Our verse for today is John chapter 15 verse 4. It reads, "Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me." This verse comes from Jesus' discourse on the relationship between himself and the Father from whom he originates, and between himself and the disciples whom he generates. He uses the imagery of the vine dresser, the vine, and the branches, considering himself as a true vine and the Father as the farmer or the vine dresser. His disciples are described as branches. Jesus used this imagery to explain the kind of relationship he has with the Father and with us, and how he expects us to nurture this relationship. This is in continuity with the image of the vine in the Old Testament to describe the relationship between God and his people. For instance, in Isaiah chapter 5 verses 1 to 10, we find a parable where Israel is presented as a vineyard and God as a farmer who works hard to make the vineyard produce good grapes. In verse 7, the parable is explained, "For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel." In our passage today, God as the farmer does not allow branches of the vine that cannot bear fruit to continue to stay fruitless. There comes a time when he prunes them, which is a process of cleaning them up by trimming or cutting away dead or overgrown branches to encourage growth and productivity. In fact, the word used for pruning in the passage is kathaire, from kathairo, which means to improve the quality of something by removing undesirable things. So how does Jesus prune us? He tells his disciples in verse 3, "You are already clean by the word that I have spoken to you." This is to say that the pruning or cleansing of the disciples happens by the word, dia ton logon, that Jesus has spoken. For us, the words that Jesus has spoken are contained in the scriptures. These words are the mirror before which we stand to see our overgrown branches or dead stems, which make us incapable of bearing fruit and which we need to trim or cut away to encourage growth and bearing of fruit. Lord, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. May it illumine me to recognize my overgrown branches and dead stems, that I may be pruned by your word for new growth and productivity. Amen. Happy Workers' Day and happy Feast of St. Joseph the Worker.